All right, so we are here at NAB show. In this video, I'm gonna go over the top 10 plus things that I found that were most exciting, most interesting, things that I'm most looking forward to getting my hands on. But we're not gonna do a voiceover video. We're gonna walk around the show. I'm gonna show you what I found most cool. So let's go. You're watching VP Land. Special thanks to our sponsors, Blackmagic, View, and LucidLink for helping make our NAB coverage possible. And now, back to the video. All right, one of the coolest updates is from Strada Agents, a piece of software you install on your computer, and it turns any hard drive you plug into that computer into a cloud-accessible drive, so you're basically creating your own cloud storage. You go onto Strada, anyone on your account can then access that drive, play back the video files, leave some comments. In the future, they can do a couple of other features. They can download the video files as well. So it just turns this drive into the cloud. Really awesome. So one of the coolest virtual production demos we saw was not at NAB, it was at a pre-show. It was with Christie projectors and Kino Flo mimic lights and live effects from Assimilate and a couple other companies demoing in collaboration. But basically it was virtual projection on a wall and using Kino Flo's mimic lights to light the environment and use image-based lighting to light the entire scene. And then they had a next level test with subframe pixel remapping where you could basically shoot two realities at the same time. They had a demo of shooting a beach scene with one background and a green screen with the other background using the Kino Flo mimic lights to shine the green light. Really awesome demo. All right, really awesome other virtual production tool, Lightcraft Jetset. Talked about them before, but really cool how they keep innovating. Now, in addition to strapping your iPhone on top of a cinema camera, loading an Unreal Engine scene, now you can load a Gaussian splat, move around in the Gaussian splat scene, connects to your camera via an Axioon sensor, really opens up a lot of possibilities for virtual production and really creative workflows using very accessible tools. All right, next one. And on the flip side, for something that's really cool with virtual production, but bigger, but still pretty portable, is the View 1 Mini. So this is a freestanding virtual production wall. There's a lot of cool features built in, like these integrated bar lights. Everything here is controlled by View's cool virtual studio program. You can control the entire background, generate backgrounds, but also down here, it has integrated camera trackers. And you can put one on your camera and you don't have to calibrate this because it knows the size of the screen and it will track your camera so you can get some cool camera effects. Comes on wheels, you can roll it around, and also we didn't talk about this in our main video, but you can just plug this into regular 110 power here in the US and just plug it off your wall. You don't have to have any crazy special power requirements. So really awesome all-in-one virtual production studio. Now let's check out some more stuff. And also a special shout out to ARwall's new Infinite Studio. It's an AI chat interface for designing elements for virtual production. You can create photos, backdrops. You can also create depth maps and do depth extrusion. But not only can you do that for still images, you can also do that for AI generated videos. So this is just a highlight reel. We've done in-depth interviews with just about all of the companies that we are featuring here in this video. So if you're gonna go more into detail about all that they're about, check out all the links below. But now let's talk about some more cool companies. And then over here we have Beeple. We talked to them last year. They used to be called Switchlight. You can import your video footage and then use AI to completely relight your scene. This is gonna change the game for virtual production, for VFX, all sorts of applications. You don't have to worry about light or where you can shoot. Now they have a full web service app where you can go online, upload your video footage, upload the environments you wanna change the lighting to, and then export it. Really going to be a big game changer. Excited to see how this develops. Two other really cool things that happen to be right next to each other. First one is Pixboom. This is a new camera, high-speed camera. It can shoot 1800 frames per second at 2K or 1000 frames per second at 4K. It's supposed to come out later this year and it's supposed to be a lot less expensive than other high-speed cameras. Other awesome tool, XGRIDS. This is their LiDAR scanner. We've covered LiDAR a lot before. What makes them really interesting is that they have the cameras built in and their software can process a Gaussian splat right after you do the scan. You don't have to do any other processing, and it looks really, really good and has a lot of other applications for virtual production and previs and a whole bunch more. All right, next. Other interesting app is Mavis. It's a camera recording app for your phone. Now we've got Filmmaking, we've got Blackmagic app. What makes Mavis unique is it can take up to 8 separate audio channels and record them independently. It can take timecode sync, and it also has a lot of output options for camera to cloud, including SRT outputs and RTMP outputs. All right, next really interesting product, the iodyne Pro Mini. This is a portable hard drive. It comes in 4 and 8 terabyte usable versions, but it's a RAID 6, so it has 2 additional drives in here. So if they fail, your data is still safe. Clever digital ink display on the front, tells you all the information you need. It has a lot of security features. You can lock this. It has an AirTag, built-in Apple AirTag tracker, so you can track this. And also, it has a built-in cooling system, and it's bus powered, so it does not run hot. It cools it down, so it can run all day, and you don't lose performance issues. Really clever drive. So if you're enjoying digging into these cool companies who are doing a lot with creative technology, we are VP Land. We've got not only this YouTube channel that you should subscribe to, but we have a free newsletter that we send out twice a week with updates from all sorts of companies like this. So go over to vp-land.com to subscribe to the newsletter. And now back to the video. All right, another really cool update was from Aximmetry. So Aximmetry is known for having a really good high quality green screen keyer, but their software can be a little complicated to use. So they're coming out with a new simplified version of their software that just uses their high screen chroma keyer and makes the whole process a lot easier to use. So really excited to see that come out. All right, so a lot of updates. Blackmagic, obviously a big one. We had autofocus on the camera, but it's only with the Pocket Cinema 6K camera. And we'll see, it's in beta right now, we'll see how that goes. Cool update, but even more exciting update. The 12K PYXIS camera. Now, you might be thinking 12K, that's kind of crazy. What do I need 12K for? But this uses their newer RGBW sensor. And the advantage of that is you don't have to shoot 12K. You can go down to 8K, 4K, but when you downsample, it doesn't crop the sensor. So you're not cropping in on your image. You can use the entire sensor while still shooting 8K, 4K, or a lower resolution. So a really awesome sensor inside a pretty awesome portable camera body. We're shooting on the 6K right now. It's been working out great. But honestly, my favorite Blackmagic update is actually DaVinci Resolve. It's got a lot of the key marquee features. The IntelliScript, where you can just give it a script and it'll automatically edit the video. It's got a lot of podcast editing tools to speed that up. Audio mastering for the end of your video, something that we would export and use another tool for. Now we can do it inside Resolve. A lot of social media tools like dynamic captions. But honestly, my favorite updates are a couple quality of life improvements. You can now get the tape viewer, something that was only on the cut page, inside your edit page where you can just scan through all your footage at once. Super fast, super handy. And then you can now do quick exports. You set presets on the quick export page. And this is a very niche issue, but now when you import audio, you can set it to import stereo audio as dual audio, something that we were trying to deal with here, and now that was updated inside Resolve. So tons of great improvements, and they're also not charging for this update. And that is it for the picks. Top 10-ish, but let me know if I missed something. Leave it down in the comments below if I missed your favorite pick. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to our sponsor for helping make our NAB coverage possible. I'll catch you in the next episode.